Hallo en baie welkom. Ek is so bly jy is hier, dat jy die tyd vat om na die replay te kyk van gisteraand se amazing training sessie, hoe ons vir jou gewys het hoe jy daai ekstra inkomste kan verdien, sonder om daai tweede of daai derde werk te vat, waar ons vir jou wys hoe hierdie stelsel werk, hoe doodgewone mammas hierdie doen, sonder enige skills, enige ondervinding, en ewen hoe mense hierdie doen rondom hulle voldag werk. En een van die stories wat ons gedeel het was Nina Brown, hoe sy kom deel het hoe sy hierdie begin het as 'n complete beginner en hoe sy net binne 'n paar weke haar eerste $10,000 verdien het in die aanlyn space. En ek wil graag hê, as jy klaar is met hierdie webinar en jy het enige vrae, voel asseblief vry om te reply op my e-pos of boek met my 'n 15 minute Q&A sessie sodat ek al jou vrae vir jou kan beantwoord. Geniet hierdie webinar en ek sien uit daarna om van jou te hoor. Lekker dag.
Put a 2 in the comments if it's your second time. So welcome to all the newbies on our webinar. We are so excited to have you. Yay, yay! Look at all the newbies on there. Love it, love it, love it. All right, you are in for a treat. Did you guys like the music? Are you in a good mood? Let's get going, hey? Let's have a nice Wednesday. All right, so I'm going to get straight into it. Just make sure that everyone is muted. Make sure you're on mute because otherwise when you start talking, we are going to start talking over each other. Okay, so just make sure as you are in that your mics are muted. Okay, awesome. Everybody, I see there's a lot of people in the waiting room still getting in. We are recording. So you guys ready? Put a ready in the comments if you are. I want to say ready to rumble. You guys ready? Put ready if you are and let's get going. Yay! Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm going to start sharing my screen, but just before I do that, I want you to let me know in the comments there, why are you here tonight? It could be day by you because it's global. I know there's like a lot of people from different places, from different countries on here, right? So let me know in the comments there, why are you here? Do you want extra income? Is it that you are thinking about getting into digital marketing? Is it that you want to leave your 9 to 5? Oh, I love that. Make money freedom to learn more about extra income, right? What is that reason? Okay. Income, financial freedom, almost, I'm interested and invited, need a change, want to leave my children a legacy, independent income. I love that. Love, love, love that. Well, you are in the right place. Okay. If it's to pay off debt, if it's to get extra income, if it's to leave your 9 to 5, if it's just to get some financial breathing room, you're in the right place. Okay. So here's what I'm going to ask of you. Grab your cup of coffee or your tea or your water or whatever it is, right? I want you to have a quiet space because what I'm about to show you has the potential to completely change your life. And I'm not even sugarcoating this. Okay. This is the same type of training I attended about 2 years ago that took me from overwhelmed, overworked, not knowing anything about the online space to making multiple six figures in dollars online as a stay-at-home mom. It's because I took it serious and I checked and I learned. Okay, so you're going to learn some things here tonight that you can take away with and you can literally go and do something about it. Okay, so very, very excited. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Let's get into it. I know our time is valuable. All right. So this is our webinar, a smarter way to make extra income. Like who doesn't want to, right? So many people don't know this yet, that you can build a digital income without getting a second job or go working extra hours. So I want to just let you know, at the end of this webinar, I'm going to share a little surprise with you, okay? We call it a little bit of bonuses, okay? Something that you're really going to like. So just if you have to drop off or anything, there is going to be a recording, but I really want you to stay until the end because of this, because I'm sure you're going to want to do something about this. Okay, so let me just move some things here. So most people, they try to solve their income problem. Okay, I just want to move some things here. Most people try to solve an income problem with more time, right? When people need extra income, they think overtime, they think, and let me know in the comments which one is you. Because obviously you've been thinking about making an extra income and you're like, well, it could be overtime that you're thinking like, how are you going to make extra income? Maybe you were thinking about getting a second job, right? Let me know in the comments which one was that. Talia says second job. maybe more shifts. Goodness, Charlene says she was even thinking about picking up a fourth job, right? More hustle. Maybe you were thinking, I'm probably going to have to work more now so I can make more money. And it feels responsible. It feels like the right thing to do. And it feels like you should be doing it because that's probably all you know. I know I can talk for myself. That's all I knew back then. But here's the question. What if the real problem isn't more effort? What if the real thing is structure? Just having a little bit more structure in your life. Okay, I told you this was going to be life changing because effort isn't the issue, leverage is. So there are two types of income that works now, and that is taking regular, normal people like us into never having to worry about money again. And I don't say this lightly. When I say never worry about money again, I'm talking about a situation where I was in, where I was constantly worried about money, constantly worried about how I was going to pay my children's school fees, how I was going to do this, how I was going to get through the month. I was literally living month to month. So when I say to you that I was just a regular person that didn't have to worry now, I mean that. Okay. So here's what you get. You get active income. Okay. Active income means you work and you get paid. Okay, like I worked in my beauty salon. If I didn't work, I didn't get paid. But if I worked, I get paid. And it can be the same with a normal job. If you work, you get paid. But if you stop, your income stops, right? That's active income. Leveraged income is when you build something once and it can keep on paying you. It works even when you're not online. Let me know in the comments, how would that feel if you could start earning an income even if you don't work? Just let me know in the comments. I'm just interested to know. You're probably going to think, oh my goodness, yeah, right, Lizelle. Okay. But it would feel amazing, right? Life-changing. Yep. Huge relief, right? Okay. Most people only know the first model. They only know about the active income. But that's why they default to another job, right? So reactive versus strategic income is very, very simple. A reactive income is you make a fast decision, you pick up a job over the weekend, anything just to make some extra money or maybe sell something, right? Because you want that immediate relief, like you sell a couch or you sell something so you have some extra cash. Okay, but there's no growth in reactive income. It's not like you're never going to worry about money again. You have to find something else to sell the next month or another job or shift you need to pick up to be able to make that income, right? And it caps your time because now what you're doing with reactive income is you keep on having to find something more to do to get more income. Strategic income, on the other hand, requires just a setup. It builds momentum and you can easily scale. So you can easily go from little to much more without adding more because you've built it once. And it gives you a lot of flexibility time-wise because you're working smarter now instead of harder. Okay. So I learned this the hard way. I am a normal, regular mom that just wanted to be with my kids. Are there any parents on here? Just put a 1 in the comments if you also just want to be with your kids. Like, I'm serious. I just wanted to be at home, be the good wife, be the good mom, be home when they get off from school, being able to be at their soccer game, be at their netball, whatever, and not constantly have to worry about money. But unfortunately, I didn't have that because here's the thing. I got divorced very early in my life. And I had 2 kids when I got divorced. And from that moment, I told myself something. I told myself, that's how you're going to have to work for the rest of your life. Because now there's no husband to look after you. It's just you and the kids. And I had to work. And let me tell you, I worked very hard. Is there anyone on here that can relate with me with that? Just put me in the comments if you can relate. I was never scared of hard work. Like, give it to me, I'll work. It just needs to pay well. I worked hard. And what happened was, I worked myself to the bone that when the kids were 2 months old, I had to go back to work because I couldn't afford going on maternity leave. And I remember the one day, it was like life just felt like it moved so fast that here my kids were already talking and I didn't notice it because I was too busy working, too exhausted when I would come home at night. They were just getting my leftovers because mommy wasn't emotionally available because I was always working. And life felt very unfair for a very long time. And when COVID happened, I took the chance. I was like, people are dying here right now. I am not doing this to my kids anymore. Because my salary at that point, I had a very good excuse for my husband. I was like, the salary is now peanuts, so I might as well take my pension money and do something with it. But you see, because I only knew hard work, I got myself again to just work hard. So I opened up a little beauty salon, did some courses online, and at the end of the day, 3 years later, I was working so hard, still not making enough money. Is there anyone that feels that? Yes? Still not making enough money because I just did it the way I knew how. Okay, I need more money. Okay, work more. And I will never forget it. I was going through a tough stage where I couldn't even pay my children's school fees. I couldn't even, I mean, I was so behind on bills. I'm sorry I have such a soppy story, but that's just my story, right? I was so behind on bills. I kept on feeling so guilty as a mom because I couldn't buy them the stuff that they needed, let alone the stuff that they wanted. And I kept on running away in my head. Have you ever felt that you needed to check out? Anybody? At night, I felt like that. Just watch a movie, drink a glass of wine, just forget about all life's troubles because I don't want to face reality, because I knew I could do nothing about it. And I kept on praying just for a way to not stress about finances so much. And this one day, I was going to pick up my child from school, and it was just before December holidays. And I was so behind on all my bills. I was felt so embarrassed just to be seen in public because just now I owe anybody money and they ask me, right? And I picked up my child from school and she came with a letter. And I already knew what that letter said. I already knew that letter was going to tell me that why didn't I pay the school fees? And she got into the car. Now, my child was in grade 11. They are not stupid. And she was giving me this letter, and she was so red in her face and so embarrassed that she has to walk through the school, that someone came into the class and gave her this letter. And she was so embarrassed. And I contained myself, and I got home, I locked my door, and I just cried like a baby. But it's actually the best thing that happened to me, because that was the moment I decided enough was enough. I'm done waiting for life to change. I'm done waiting to win the lotto. I'm done waiting for someone to come and save me. I'm done waiting. I need to do something. And that was the moment I started Googling late at night, how to make money online, how can I make more income. Again, I wasn't scared of hard work, but I was praying for a way to earn better money. I was applying for online jobs and all of that. Long story short, I found digital marketing, that there was a way that you can earn an income online. And I started researching, and I could see other people, moms, and a mom in my town was doing this, and she was making like millions in my currency. And I was like, I need to do that. And although I didn't want to make millions and I didn't believe that the people were actually making millions, I really thought they were sugarcoating it. I was like, well, there's so many people doing it. If I can just make $1,000 a month, I'll be happy. I want you to listen to what I'm saying. $1,000 is what I wanted to make. I'm averaging $40,000 to $50,000 a month now. And I promise you, it's not coming from a place of being prideful. It's coming from a place of being extremely humble for what I found and the amazing, amazing privilege I have to share it with the world. What we are going to share here tonight is going to blow your mind, because you're not just going to hear my story. But I want you to hang on if this is the hope that you need today. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to do anything. Heck, you can go back to bed and just feel good after this webinar. Or you can choose, like I did. This is it. I am done waiting, and I'm ready to do something about my situation. Not only money-wise did my life change. We could buy a new house. We could get out of debt. We could buy new cars. I could set up my kids for life. I just paid for an overseas trip that the school is doing for my child that I had to pay everything for. I could just pay it easily, not even thinking about it. I'm paying for it. I wasn't there 2 years ago. So if I could do it, starting from having to Google what digital marketing was, how people are doing this, thinking I don't even have a degree after my name, what is stopping you? We have to stop with the excuses. There's something that I'm going to show you tonight that you can do. You can either choose to do it on your own, because I'm going to teach you, or you can choose to start the faster way, the way I did, and you can decide. But I want you to take out a pen and a paper, because what you're going to hear now is crucial for you to understand how this business works. Anybody, and I say anybody, can do this. Okay, so I also just need to mention a disclaimer. With this, I'm not saying you're going to make millions. I don't know your work ethic. I don't know, are you going to show up and do the work? I don't know if you're going to plug into a faster route like we did. Okay, so, but what I can tell you is it can change your entire life if you let it. Okay, so sorry for the soppy story, but that is me. There's a lot of people inside here that doesn't have a soppy story like I do, but I am very real. If you get to know me, it is what it is. What you see is what you get. Okay, so there's a little picture of my family on the left-hand side. This is where I was working as a beauty therapist, scraping by, getting peanuts. And on the right-hand side, this is what my life looks like now. We're on the water. We stay on the water. I get to spend time with my family, my children. It's just such a different life than what I'm used to or what I was used to. Really such a different life. So here's what you should build. Not crypto, not random side hustles, not 10 different income streams. You do not have to pick up 10 side hustles to make a decent income. You just need to build one simple digital asset. And there are only 2 beginner-friendly ways that you can do this. You can either do it through creating your own digital product, which is really, really simple to do, or promote one strategically through an affiliate. Okay, that's it. I'm not going to complicate this for you. I'm going to explain it to you like as beginner friendly as I can. Okay, because it really is extremely simple. Here's how it works. So you probably got on here tonight through someone that shared on social media. Yes? Can I just get a yes in the comments if you did? Yes? Okay. We use social media. You know why we use social media? Because this is where everybody's on. And it doesn't cost us money to promote on social media. Especially in the beginning when you start your business, you can always scale later with ads. But in the beginning, you can build your business. You can build a 6-figure in dollars income without spending any monthly money, without spending money monthly, because we use social media. That's where people are spending their time on. So you go through social media, you got to a landing page where you had to fill in your email address and your name, right? Then what happened is you got an email that invited you to this webinar. And then what happened is through those emails that you are getting, there was a product or an offer, something like a done-for-you system, like you probably heard, because we do have a done-for-you system. It's a lot faster to start with it. And then what happens is when there's a product and an offer, income follows. This process in the middle, that's all automated. That's no labor work. And this is why we're going to show you how to work smarter instead of harder. So it must make you extremely excited, right? Your only job is when your system is automated. Your only job is to show up for about 2 hours a day in your online business. In other words, spend 2 hours a day on your business, drive attention to your social media page, to your landing page, and you just let the system do the following up for you. Okay, I'm going to explain it in a lot more detail soon. So that is what we call leverage, right? That's smarter income. This is what this looks like in real life. I'm going to ask Nina to come up and share. This is a lady, beautiful, right? This is a lady, she had her own business. And she wanted to add an additional income stream in her business. This is what it looks like. And I want Nina to come up, if you guys can just unmute her, to come and share her own story with you on how she grew with just starting an additional income stream while she was running her own business. Nina, are you on?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. So pretty. Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you, Lizelle. Yeah, I don't know if it was luck or what it was, but I must say it's been a tremendous 7 weeks for me in this community. And what I would like to share tonight is that when I really have to like give one thing that stood out for me is you get a gift when you come into this community that you don't even realize, because there's people in here, they're all busy like little bees, and they're all busy building something. And when you step into it, you become part of it. And remember, we don't have the language as newbies. I don't even know how to talk this language, but we have the privilege of people that is in this community that is willing to share all their blood and tears with us. And especially when you are in to buy the bigger the pro, you get access to people that really help you. So for me, it was not just about, it was definitely, I needed this, I needed to make digital income, and I signed up for it. But it's a lot more. And I want to say to you guys all on this group is, and I maybe will sound a bit philosophical, but the world is at a sort of a difficult place, and we all went through a lot, and we can all share a lot and help people. If we are getting into this community and we build something really beautiful, we can help others. So it's not just about selling the product. Yes, for sure, you can make money, but it's a lot deeper than you can actually develop to the person you never realized you could be. And I just want to say thank you to Lizelle. Thank you to everybody in this group. This has been amazing. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And she's so humble. She's not even sharing her results. She's done so amazing. I'm so proud of you, Nina. I'm so proud of you. I know it's not always easy to get started with something new. And she really just, I mean, she's 7 weeks in, and she's one of our top affiliates this month with the income that she's been able to make. Can I share your income, Nina, that you've made so far?
Yes, it's okay.
But it's about what's over $10,000, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's as a newbie. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? And I can tell from my perspective, it's really because she didn't hold back. She just started and she just put everything in. She put 100% in and said, I'm going to make this work. So I'm totally proud of you. Thank you so much for sharing, Nina. So I want to carry on. I want to say who this is for and who this is not for, right? This is going to be for you if you want extra income without getting a second job, if you are open to learning something new, and if you want simplicity, not the overwhelm. This is not going to be for you if you want instant results. If you want to get rich overnight, yes, you can get rich quicker, okay, but not overnight. Like Nina did it in 7 weeks. Some people take a little bit longer. Some people have on their first day. But the most important is you are building more income. It can increase as you build your business. And if you're looking for a shortcut or a gimmick, this is not going to be it. Okay. So here's how it works. You need a digital product, an automated system, and a discovery method. This is what you need if you want to make money online in the online space. So the digital product, we'll get into that one first. That can be either your own digital product, right? Or it can be a leveraged done for you product, like Nina started off with. Okay. Now, digital product, I get this question all the time. They want to know what it is. Digital product is like, you can do a course like distance learning, it can be an ebook. It can be like stock photos that you can sell. It can be membership communities, templates that are editable, online courses. These are just a few examples of what a digital product is. A digital product is something that you can immediately access either through the internet or something that you can immediately download. And this is what's amazing about it, is you can literally make money in your sleep. And because I say that is because there's nothing to ship. So if someone buys from me at 2 a.m. in the morning, I'm fast asleep, but that sale will go through and that person will get their product. Isn't that amazing? That's the reality we live in right now. Then you want a system. Why do you want a system? Because you want this system to do the selling for you, to do the following up for you, to do the sales for you while you are out and about enjoying your life. You still put work in, you're just working smarter. So that means you're not sitting chained at a desk or at a job for 8 hours, because you've got the system that does everything for you. And how this system works is truly remarkable because, like I explained earlier, this is just a visual for you. It starts with social media. People start hearing about you on social media. You can also do this faceless. I mean, I have a faceless account and there's many people that do it faceless. It's a little bit of a different strategy, faceless, but you can certainly do that. It's all about the traffic that's coming in from social media. So how are people going to know? How would you have known about this webinar if you didn't see someone on social media? How would you have known about most of the stuff? Like, I would have never known about it if it wasn't for social media. right? Because even like I heard it from someone physical, but I did research and I could see a lot of other people were doing it from social media. So this is the awareness stage. This is where people get to know, oh, so something like this exists. Okay, let me find out more about it. Every company works like this, every successful company. So what happens is there's an interest that's created. So you were like, okay, I want to join this webinar. I want to learn more. So you came through on social media. Someone probably gave you a free guide or maybe a free training video or invited you here and said, well, just go put your email in there. I'm going to invite you to this free training. So what's happening now is the buyer goes, we call it a buyer's journey. They go through a consideration phase. So while you are out and about living your life, the emails that were set up once, they keep on educating your customer, nurturing your email list, letting them know, learning more about it, getting proof about this, telling them more about the system. So you're learning more and more about it, and then the buyer makes the decision. If it's for them, they purchase, and if it's not for them, they just don't, right? That is how simple it works. And that automated system works online for you forever without paying a person to work for you. Then you need a discovery method. This is how people discover you, and this is through social media. So you either use Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, or LinkedIn. Normally, if it's faceless, Instagram works well for that. Pinterest works extremely well for this as well. If you are more someone you love talking, TikTok you grow fast because there's a lot of, it's like a business platform more than anything else. You grow fast. And Facebook is still the number one platform. LinkedIn is also a business platform. So you choose one platform and you just post daily on that one platform about your product, and your automated system does the rest. So here's why most people choose the wrong path. Most people choose the wrong one because there's just too many decisions for them. They might not have a product or an offer. There's no guidance or no feedback, right? Or they're trying to do everything alone. Okay. But here's what happens if you have the support. Here's what happens if you have support, you have system, you've got training, you've got all of that. Here's what happens. Look at Nicola. This is a screenshot from the community today. Like she made 3 pro sales in 12 hours. In other words, she made over $3,000 in 12 hours. Belinda made her first sale in, I think, like 12 days in, she says, yeah. Nika made $1,500 in 5 days. And I know Nika just had a baby. So imagine how amazing it is. She's on maternity. She can spend time with the baby, but she's still making money. That's because she still has a system that works online for 24/7. And here's Reshmi. Reshmi, there's a couple of screenshots I took here that where she's making sales while she's shopping, while she's getting her sushi, And I wanna invite Reshmi to come up. Reshmi, are you on? If my team can just unmute her. And I would like for you to just hear her story too. I said to you guys, you're going to learn a lot tonight. Are you on, Reshmi? Just see if you can find her.
I don't see her.
You don't? Okay, I'll get back to her then. Okay, just see if you can find her. Or Reshmi, just reach out. Okay, she did say to me, Lizelle, I'm not good on Zoom, so I don't know what to click. Just help me. Okay. So what's working in 2026 is simple offers, okay, something that's not complicated. Email is still king, and the reason I say that is everyone's on email. Everyone's on email or WhatsApp, right? Authority is much more important than going viral on a post. One income path, if you just focus on the one, you can do much better on one than having a million side hustles. And obviously systems works much better than hustle. So okay, this one is now not showing you. I want to just zoom out so you can see. I don't know, sometimes when it does that, I don't know why it's not there. We have been featured.
She's here.
Okay, I'm going to let her share now, just after this. We've been featured on many platforms like Fox News, Iron Press, Wire News. I've got a couple of the logos on here. So we've been featured on there because of the disruption that's in the online space, which just goes to show this is not a fly-by-night thing. People are making real money online. In the beginning, a lot of people thought this was too good to be true. And obviously, we proved them all wrong. Okay, so Reshmi.
Am I there?
Yeah, you're there. Thank you so much for coming up to share. The floor is yours. You can start sharing.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for this opportunity. look, any single woman in here, right? Single moms, if you are here, I want you to stay on, because by the end of this, I'm sure you're going to be so motivated to stay on here. Anybody is new and doesn't know me, my name's Bhavna. I've been here for 2.5 years, and my journey, I think, is quite a sad one, but I really don't want to get into it too much. As you can see, the emotions are already taking over. But the long and short is, people, I have been through every single thing in the book, from moving house every year, to vehicles being repossessed, to school fees being handed over to attorneys, to being that no mom all my life, to losing my husband through suicide, right? So I think I've checked all the boxes. So when I started my journey back in 2023, I didn't have money. I literally had no money. I borrowed $600 and I started my journey. I started in August, and in October, my husband passed away. And there I am, no money, 3 kids. I had my mom with me. So it was hectic, right? It was absolutely, nobody expects such a thing to happen. But let me tell you, that 3 months made me 100,000 rands. And in that same year of me being a widow, I actually earned 1 million rands, right? 1 million rands. And that is literally where my journey started. And I've never looked back. I mean, I have, there's so many people that will tell you so many things, and there's so many reasons why they can't start, right? But I just want this to be, I'm so emotional. That is the reason I think I don't share my story. It just gets me every time that digital marketing did this for me. Like, I live in a house now that I pay like 11,000 rand rent for. I think the only thing I haven't been able to do is buy my house cash. But I've done everything else cash, to holidays, overseas, to cars. I'm living the life, and all through this digital and affiliate marketing. Now, the thing is, people are on here because they want to know about the money. We are on here because somewhere along the line, we want to know how to make money. If we have money, we want to make more money. And if we don't have money, we need to make money, right? So I started with DMS in particular 2.5 months ago, right? Why I chose DMS in particular is the system. It was done for me. I realized people are busy, and if you're a single parent, you know the life we live. It's chaotic. So we don't have the time for tech and follow-ups. So DMS was doing all of that for me. And I had to jump into that opportunity because busy parents need this to make an extra income. I mean, last month, February, I made 35,000. I don't want anyone to think about it. Just drop a comment maybe and tell me, how many clients do you think you need to have 35,000? How many clients? Don't do your calculations, right? Just drop a random thing, right? 50. Exactly. We think to make 35,000, you need 50 clients. You don't. I had 2 customers, one of which before 8 o'clock already purchased a pro. 2 customers in February brought me an extra 35,000 rand. And that's just one income stream. With DMS, you learn how to stack your offers, right? So I made money from all my other things as well, but just DMS brought me in 35,000 rands. People, it's not brain surgery. The system does everything for you, including the follow-ups. You just need to look pretty and show up on social media. Or like me, half the time I'm in my pajamas right here in my bed, and I'm making money from doing that. Right? I'm not. I like every time I see Lizelle, she's all pretty, and I'm like, hey, look at me. I'm like, always in my pajamas creating content. But it doesn't matter, because end of the day, people have a problem, which is money, and DMS is your solution. Almost 3 months, I'm one sale away from making my first 6 figures, 100,000 rand. I think for a busy parent, someone who's just started, that's phenomenal. And it's not because I've got a history, right? I still learned. I still plug into DMS, and I learn to this day, because knowledge it's an evergreen thing. You're going to carry on learning. So to this day, I still plug in and follow what Lizelle teaches us in here, right? So it's not because I have experience or anything like that. No, it's because I follow what the system teaches, because anybody can literally do that. Thank you, Lizelle, for this opportunity. Really, I'm so blessed to be here. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. And I said Remzi, but it's Bhavna. That's your first name,
Yes, yes.
right?
It's
Okay.
Bhavna.
Thank you so much. Oh, what
All
a
right,
testimony. I
Lizelle.
just love that. Thank you. That is so, so encouraging. All right, so let's get into the stuff that you want. I just wanted to share why I started Digital Magnetic System, because a lot of people ask me, like, what's the difference? So I was tired of seeing, I started initially into a program, then I bought another program, then I bought another program. I think I've been through about 5 or 6 programs because I'm someone that just learns quickly, and I always like to stay top of everything. And I was starting to see that a lot of people were feeling overwhelmed and they were getting stuck, because as your business grows, you get more customers. And I could see that, oh my goodness, I can help customers with so many things that they are overwhelmed in. And to be honest with you, I didn't want to start my own program. I never planned it. I didn't want to. But I could see what was working. I was doing a lot of one-on-ones, and I was like, I know I can just make it easier, the process. I just wanted real people to win. Real people like me, people in my country, overseas, all people just to win and make it as easy as possible for them to be able to start earning. Okay. So Cecilia, I just want her to come and share quickly as well. It also comes from experience. But when she joined DMS, something happened, and I want her to share. Are you on here, Celia?
Zali, I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, let me switch this one off. Hey you guys, so yeah, a lot actually happened when I started with DMS, but I'm a normal South African mama that already back in 2023 got started with digital marketing, and I absolutely fell in love with this industry. I know, social media sometimes prevents us from saying things like easy, but this is what I want to say. And I know there is disclaimers we did tell you, but in my opinion, this has been the easiest way as a single mom to make money to take care of my little girl. The easiest way. I've been in daycare for 10 years and I had a salon for 2 years. Both industries where I worked extremely hard, where I traded time for money, and where these two hands, when they were standing, when they were sick, there was no money coming in. So I worked really, really hard in my life to bring in what I needed. So my journey also started when my little girl was a week old, and I decided, you know what, I never want to miss a milestone ever of this little baby. Because prior to her birth, I had 2 little angel babies up in heaven. And I walked away from a management position and decided I'm going to start my own business. And my first business that I started was the daycare industry. I loved it. I loved every second of the daycare industry. Let me tell you, there was a lot of healing. There was a lot of love. But unfortunately, by the time that my little girl was 10 years old, I was not the mom next to the sports field. I was not the one being called by teachers to help out with the concerts. I was never the one helping out at the tuck shop. And those were the things that I didn't want to miss. So I saw the daycare with the intention to go and study. I was Sada Messina. I was going to go study in Joburg, and then COVID hit, and we were all stuck at home. And this is where I fell in love with the online industry, where the e-learning industry was just like, everything opened up for me, because I got so bored with Netflix and Disney and doing nothing at home that I started learning the skills that I needed for my salon online. It was 10 times cheaper in the first place. I didn't need to travel. I didn't need to make a plan with my little girl. And I could get myself certified, do about 99% of what I needed to do right here online, and just go finish my practicals to open up my salon. But unfortunately, after COVID, divorce happened for me. After COVID, a lot of people were clinging to everything, and I was this newbie salon owner opening up there, and it was hard. It was tough. I tell you, I ended up being phoned by debt collectors more than my own mother could phone me, and she phones me daily. So you have to know how hard that is, right? So it got to the point where they actually threatened to start taking things from my house. And I was just like, I can't let this happen. I'm not going to let my little girl walk into that house and I've got nothing. Now I'm staying in a small little town. Our biggest restaurant is the Spurs. So a second job, even if I was willing to do it, a second job wasn't going to cut it. So my next move I was actually playing games online. Whoever, raise your hands if you played the game thing online. If you thought playing games online was going to make you money, you guys. I could see the little dollar thingies here in the corner, but that dollar never ever got to my PayPal or my bank account or anything like that. And I started searching Google. I consulted Google and I went to YouTube University on a daily basis trying to figure this out. And daily, I mean 3 a.m. in the mornings, right? When I was awake, lying, worried about bills. So when I got scammed 3 times in the online space. 3 times. I kid you not, I hit my head against the wall 3 times. I was so embarrassed. I was so close to giving up until I went back to Google and I said, okay. No more gimmicks, no more quick fixes. Just give me a program to teach me how to do this. So the minute that I asked that question, Google started putting mums in front of me that said, you know what? I know about a system, I know about a program, I know about a community that can teach you exactly how to make money online. And that's where my journey started. I'm just under 3 years into the online industry now, and I can tell you the type of money that I've made is insane. It feels unreal when I speak about it. But 3 months into this, I was debt free. 5 months into this, I flipped my zip code from the bush to the beach, living the life that I've always wanted to live. I'm still a single mama, yes, but I get to take care of my little girl and spend time with her. I get to not worry about money. I get to not put groceries back on the grocery shelf. I get to not have shower breakdowns 6 days out of a 7-day week. And I can tell you, this, again, people might say there's no such thing as easy. This has been the easiest freaking way. As a complete beginner, I was clueless. I didn't know how to do any of this. But when you have a step-by-step system and you've got community support and you've got people calling you higher, things change quickly, very quickly. Zali, I want to thank you. You know, I'm humbled to be able to speak on this webinar tonight. I'm able to be able to share this because I know a lot of parents go through the same stuff. And I know there's a lot of people here in small towns that know, you know, even if you're willing to take a second job, it's not always possible.
Oh, thank you, Celia. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know. You just have a way with words, eh? Like, it is. A lot of parents go through the same. But it's not just parents, even single people. It just is. Okay, so let's get into the good stuff. You saw Zanelli in the beginning. She opened up the webinar for us. She even said, you know, she wasn't even ready to update like 89,000 Rand, which is in the South African Rand. I know there's a lot of people that's also not from South Africa. It is a global thing. And this is why we do dollars, because your customers is not just going to be from one country, which is amazing, right? Her husband's working overseas. She's earning more than him. So hopefully he's coming home soon. Very excited about that, seeing that come to fruition. So what makes DMS different is there's a done for you structure. There's a clear starting point. You've heard above now us talk about multiple income streams, because this is what this is. You learn how to stack your offers. You learn how to scale your business a lot faster. There's coaching and obviously a 24/7 community. There's AI integration. We just love AI, okay? And AI, to be able to use it, the whole point of using AI is to not just think and do everything. You can literally just ask, create my content. We've got an AI bot inside here that creates content for you, that's been trained on a multi-6-figure strategy, that writes your content, writes your emails, does everything for you. It literally is amazing, because she becomes your little best friends, like having a coach in your pocket. We do content audits, so we don't just leave you. We do a Monday call where every Monday we do content audits where we help you. Like if you started, you want to hear, is my post okay? Am I doing fine? Am I moving in the right direction? And then we have a content vault, and this is just some of the stuff, but the content vault is powerful because a lot of people, when they get started, they're not sure what to post. So we have a content vault where in the Pro, it's updated monthly. We put in new content, we put new hooks in, we put the captions in. So you can literally go copy, paste, and post. Just change it, because we tell you where to add a piece of your story. So literally copy, paste, and post. It just makes it so much easier for someone that's starting, so that you have a 30-day plan on exactly what to post when. All right, and then we've got Latasha. She's also one of our top affiliates. So proud of her. She's really been doing so well. There she talks about making over $1,000 before 7:30 a.m., making money while sleeping. She's already made over $20,000 with DMS. And this is what happens when you plug into something that's working with the coaching and you have real good support. So proud of you, Natasha. So I want to check if we have some time, then I'll get her up to also come and share her story. But at this point, you don't need more information, right? You just need steps on what to do. You need to join DMS, get the system and support, especially if you want to get started with something that's already done for you. Because that's the way all of us started. None of us started just with creating a product because we didn't know the space. So joining DMS, get the system and support, stop guessing, and just start being very clear on where you're heading. Okay, so we've got DMS Pro. DMS Pro, you get a fully done for you business setup. In other words, everything when you start, the system gets set up for you. We purchase your domain on your behalf. We purchased you a professional email address because obviously that's the part that's going to belong to you because it's going to be your business. So we put this complete business up for you. You get the resale rights to the starter and pro, which gives you anything between $400 and over $1,000 per sale. You get 12 exclusive PLR products. That is private label right products. Now that is products that means that you can rebrand those products and sell it as your own. You don't have to give anyone credit for that. That is private label right product. You get a 30-day content strategy plan, Faces marketing strategy, advanced launch strategy on how to get to $10,000 a month online, your perfect customer masterclass, because a lot of people, they do the content, but then they don't even know who they're talking to. They're very unclear. And if you're not clear on who you're talking to on social media, it's going to be very difficult to make sales. So magnetic sales formula, this is all about mindset. This is what really sets us apart than any other program out there because the magnetic sales formula is about the limiting beliefs. Put a 1 in the comments if you have limiting beliefs. Like maybe you didn't grow up rich. Maybe you're thinking, well, I don't know how to make more money, or I don't feel good enough. I don't feel that I can do this. That's limiting beliefs. This is why when you have limiting beliefs, you will limit what you can live. And you heard my story and you hear all of their stories. We're living a different life because if you can call yourself higher and be surrounded by people who call you higher and really have a vision for a better future, you can do this. But most of the time, you need a mindset reset. And that happens in the magnetic sales formula. You get a complete course on to create your own digital products with the templates and all of that included. And you get certified on this program. And then pod coaching. This is where you get in a room with 5 to 7 figure earner coaches that's going to coach you through your journey so you're not doing this on your own. And then we have guest speakers coming in. We have a guest speaker coming in now soon about that's going to really help you level up as a lead in leadership, in leading yourself and leading a team, which is amazing. So if we had to sell all of this separately, that will be over $6,000 for sure. But that's not what you're going to pay. You're going to pay only $1,197, and then we have a once-off $75 activation fee. This is once-off. What does that mean? The activation fee includes that email we have to buy for you and that .com we have to buy for you. It includes the funnels and that the entire setup that you get in the beginning, right? So there's no monthly costs. There's no surprises. That is it, okay? Now, a lot of people cannot start on the DMS Pro. Although we do have payment plans, a lot of people can't start there. So this is why we have the starter. The starter gives you a great foundation. You can make over $400 per sale on this one. Fully done for your business setup, resale rights. You get 6 exclusive PLR products here. Also a 30-day content plan, Faces marketing strategy. Here you get weekly group support. You are part of that Monday call on a weekly basis. You get a 5K roadmap where I teach you how to make $5,000 a month online. The perfect customer masterclass, of course, magnetic sales formula. Remember the mindset, because it really doesn't matter where you start. You're going to start faster when you start with the done for you system. Okay, even if you start on the starter or the pro, you're going to start faster, but your mindset still needs to level up because you are leveling up as a person. You are leveling up in the way you think about money. You're leveling up in the way you have been living your life. So obviously your mind needs to be prepared for that. So with this, obviously you're not paying $2,500. It's $497 once off. We also have payment plans on this. plus a once-off $75 activation fee. Now, I want to ask you this. You heard the stories, okay? You heard the stories. Nina, for instance, made over $10,000 and she's 7 weeks in. She invested in the DMS Pro. Would you say it would be worth it for you to be able to pay off your investment with your very first sale? Do you think that would be a good deal for you? Yes or no? This is not Namibian dollar, this is US dollar. Okay, we only work in US dollar because it's global. We sell all over the world. Okay, obviously yes, right? Obviously. So you got the DMS starter, you get the DMS Pro. There's Nico. I do not think, let me see the time. I do not think we have enough time, but Nico, let me share quickly.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me to come and tell my story tonight. Guys, if you don't know me, my name is Nico Estik, and I used to work as an agricultural worker in America for 5 years. I think people have a misconception of how it is to work as an HUA worker in America. Yes, the money is good, but the worst part is being away from your friends and family for 9 months out of the year and not having an income for 3 months when you're back in South Africa. And that's one of the reasons why I started digital affiliate marketing 18 months ago. Back in 2024, I needed to go back to America a month before I was actually supposed to go because I didn't have enough money to pay my next month's expenses. And the worst part is I missed my fiance Nicola's birthday and it absolutely killed me. I knew I needed to change. Year in and year out in America, I was already thinking in my truck, what can I do to stay in South Africa and make the same amount of money? But as you all know, it's very hard to get a job paying you 50, 80 to 120,000 rand a month. So when I was in America, I think it was 2-3 months in, Nicola phoned me the one day, and I remember it like yesterday. She told me this: normal South Africans making dollars from their phones, and it's literally more than what you're making in America. And I was like, what? Let's give this thing a chance. If it doesn't work out, I'll just stay in America and keep on doing what I'm doing. But I need to see if this can work for me or not. And I'm not lying, I'm not trying to sell dreams here, but 4 to 5 weeks after I started, I packed my bags and I came back to South Africa. This will be my second season. Not going back to America. I've been in the industry for 18 months. I've done courses, I've done programs, and I've reached more than 2.5 million rand in the online space. And what helped me with that was the DMS program, which completely changed the way I think about making money online. Guys, we're being led by a multi-millionaire, and I don't think Lazelle would have made the success or reached the success she has if she didn't know what she was doing. If you want to build a personal brand, go create your own digital products. This is the way to go. Guys, don't overthink it. You don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be tech savvy. You just have to be yourself and have the right system. The right system is DMS, and it's right here. Lazelle, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you, Tanika. Because I hear a lot that people want to know, but are the guys also doing this? So I always feel like I have to share his because he's got such a remarkable story. So if this resonated with you, then your steps are easy. Don't overthink. Just choose the level of support that you want and just start taking action. So I did promise some bonuses, okay? So the bonus we have is the system that we give to you. We give you the system that doesn't cost anything per month, which is amazing for someone getting started, I remember, right? Other platforms charge you a minimum of $99 a month to get started. You get content templates. In other words, even on the starter, 100 customizable templates for Instagram and email that you can use, copy, paste, post, okay? In the Pro, you get that on a monthly basis, but the bonus on here is the 30-day content templates or 100 customizable content templates. You see, I'm trying to rush because I see the time. You get live Zoom calls, okay? A 24/7 chat community, multiple coaches and guest speakers, right? And then you will be, when you get started now, we are going to get you onto a newbie call. And what is that? That is a call where we take you through it live to make sure that you're getting started the right way. We're not just dumping you into a space and you have to swim. There's a newbie call where we get you on, where you're going to be guided live on what to do next. Then the secret sales weapon. This is the AI bot. We call it a secret sales weapon for a reason, because this AI bot is like having a coach in your pocket. Okay. And then if you want to get started now, I'm going to gift you the AI twin module. Okay, this is where I'm going to teach you how to use an AI twin. Is there anyone that's excited about the AI twin? Just put a yes if that's you. A lot of people don't want to show their face online. A lot of people don't want to talk on social media. A lot of people don't want to be out there, right? And an AI twin is an amazing way that you can clone yourself like that, and she or he can show up for you. I mean, this is amazing. So you can sleep late and on a Saturday morning, and she can do the work for you online. So if you have any questions, here's what you're going to do. You're going to get back to the person that invited you here, right? Because you got here through an email. You would not have been able to get this link if you did not receive an email. So all you need to do, choose which level of support you want. Do you want the starter or do you want the pro? And email that person back. Just reply to that email and ask for the link to purchase. Okay, if you want to know about the payment plans, when you get that link, you'll see that link. When you click on purchase on the starter or the pro, the payment plans will show up. It's a 3-month payment plan on both. Okay. Yeah. So if there's any questions, just get back to the person that invited you here. And I hope you guys, did you learn? Did you learn? Are you excited? Are you hopeful about the future? Right? Let's break the generational curse of poverty. I'm telling you, it's one thing I did in my family. And I mean, I got raised quite well, but not rich. But and most of us here are changing the way we do the future for our kids because of what we're busy with here. And it's amazing. It's amazing to be able to do something that's not just about making money, but helping change people's lives as well. So if you want to be a part of it, get started. We cannot wait to welcome you inside the community. And I'm going to say good night and God bless. Cheers, everybody.